Well lads, Aintree's just here boys, and yeah, we're going to run through Aintree selections for me. This is obviously going to be anti-post again. There's about 3 or 4 days till the festival. Yeah, it's looking good, can't wait now for Aintree. Get that out of the way, on to Fairhouse, get that out of the way, and then Punchestown. Look, it's still class races left. Yeah, we'll start off anyway. We're just going to go through the days, the big races for me. I'm not going to concentrate too much on it. I'll give a run through the Grand National. That'll be the only handicap that I'm going to look at. Yeah, it's getting close now. So look, we'll get cracking into it. I'll do a flat racing video after, and we'll have a look at the anti-post selections for the season to come. I know that they're starting now in England this weekend. They started last week in Ireland, and we had a great race in Dubai and all. But this one is going to just be for the jumps. Coming up, looking at Aintree. Fucking let's have a crack at this again. Start off in the first one. 1:45 in Aintree in the first race on the Thursday, and we have a novices chase. They're going 2.5 mile again. It's basically JLT all over again. The only difference is it's only Definitely Decide. There's no loss in translation. We might have Labagawa, but I doubt it. I think the 3 mile her top of the game would be fucking amazing to see. For me, Definitely Decide, I think has to be the selection. He has to be the selection. But at 5 to 4, anti-post again, it's short enough. Like, you can't write out Glenn Forsyth. You can't write him out. He didn't run well in Cheltenham, and look, that's just the way it is. Over 2.5, I think it could be the proper article. And at 4 to 1, 5 to 1 on the day, maybe you might get. I think he could be worth each way Squeak if he shows up. Again, Kalashnikov stepping up in trip. You never know. He was unlucky as well in Cheltenham, got taken down or whatever. I don't think Labagawa will go. I think the 3 mile will be, for me anyway, I throw her in the 3 mile. And we'll see how she goes on that. But if she does show up again, it definitely decide you couldn't have him at that price. Mengley can run a great race, but he was no match. He's no match. I don't think he'd be any match again. This time around for Definitely Decide. Kill the Star, us and them probably aren't as good as what they need to be to win this race. So for me, like, it's very boring and all, but it's the top of the market really again. There's no one each way really you could put in. I feel if you're going to back Definitely Decide, you're probably best back him now, because if Labagawa doesn't show up, and then you're looking at nearly evens or money on come the day. Again, I wouldn't be getting stuck into Definitely Decide at the price, but he would be my selection, and Glenn Forsyth each way would have to have a chance. Yeah, look, it's not really what I'm saying. If I was to rate Definitely Decide in confidence wise, it'd probably be a 6 or a 7. Just at the price, I don't think he's worth it. Then you move on to the 4-year-old hurdle. Boys, this looks to be a really good clash. I don't think Fakir Duderies is going to show up in this one. And I will leave Band of Outlaws, and Pentland Hills. Look, Pentland Hills was very, very good in the Triumph, and Band of Outlaws to win the Fred Winter, very impressive. The two of these coming together now, this is going to be a really good test. For me, I wouldn't be backing anything in this race. I just it's very hard to separate the two of them. Obviously, Pentland Hills won the proper race of the 4-year-olds, and Band of Outlaws won a handicap, but you never know. Band of Outlaws was really impressive, and maybe he is a graded horse that ran in a handicap. Possibly might turn him over, but for me, I don't think he will turn him over. I think the winner of the race will be Pentland Hills, but I couldn't really be confident in it. Again, it'll be a 7 out of 10. Just to give you a little context on how I feel about the race, like, I'll just rate them the selection. Yeah, again, I'm not really confident. Maybe on the day, maybe you might get one or the other without, and if they're evens or so, I take that. I take it, because I don't think there is anything. This Christopher Wood looks decent enough now for Paul Nicholls, but he's going to have to really step it up to be beating the Triumph Hurdle winner and the Fred Winter winner. And with the two of them running the race, I don't know if he is capable of getting there. He isn't far off on the official ratings, but you know, official ratings and all, it's what it is, and the horses are judged on that. So for the selection in that race is going to be Pentland Hills, but again, I wouldn't be too overly confident in it, because it is a match and you don't know how strong it is compared to the Fred Winter. You know, like the Fred Winter could be absolute, like it could be really good animals that have ran in that race, really competitive race, and Band of Outlaws could be just a bit better than Pennant Hills. Like you never know. Just my opinion is not to be getting stuck into that race. Then you go on to the Betway Bowl. This is a race now that I can properly get stuck into here. I'm really confident in a horse here. Look, I'm going to run through them. Clanley Zobo ran a decent enough race in the Gold Cup. Just wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough, and I don't think he will ever be good enough to win it. There's a lot of talk was put into him, but for me, I couldn't have backed him on the day. I don't think he was going to win it. Albert Photo was the deserved winner of the race. He was beaten a fair bit, and I think he ran it again. I don't think he got any closer. For me, the selection is Kemboy. As Kemboy, he got unseated in Cheltenham or brought down or whatever. I don't really remember. But he didn't run the race. He's going in to be fresh enough. Like, let's be honest, he didn't go too far in the Gold Cup, and I just think Clanley Zobo ran the Gold Cup. He ran it the whole way. Finished off like he wasn't getting there. It might have taken a bit out of him. It's not that long ago. Since Cheltenham, and just for me, I think Kemboy on the good ground around Aintree, I think Kemboy will stay, and I think he will just be too good. I think he's a very quick horse. Obviously 3 milers aren't that quick, but I think just in terms of the rest of them, like I think Bristol May ran a huge race in the Gold Cup, and I really haven't taken to that horse at all. But to be fair to him, he did run a huge race, and he is only 8. Kemboy and Clanley Zobo are only 7. I think I'm making my case for Kemboy. I just can't see that Bristol May has ran the Gold Cup as well, and he's going to be tired. I know he might come out and be better again, and it mightn't have that much of an effect on him. But for me, it's just at a punting point. You have a 3-1 about Kemboy. He's won around Leopardstown, like he hacked up and around Leopardstown. Roads of Respect is a great horse, like he's a good horse and all, but I couldn't have him. Waiting patiently, maybe, but you never really know, do you now? Last year when they were thinking about going for the Ryanair, I was like, he was the danger to Undersow. I didn't want him to go, and obviously Undersow was beaten anyway. But being beaten by Surname by 17 lengths is not really that good. I mean, yeah, other than that, maybe Elegant Escape. If Balco the Flow could come back, I know the ground is a bit hard, too good for him. But if he could, I don't see anything at a big price really. Elegant Escape might run into a place if he goes here. 2-8 per me is good, but again, really, how good is he? I don't really think he is a Betway Bowl winner, you know. Yeah, for me, the selection is Kemboy at 3-1. I think, confidence-wise, I think it'd be 8 or 9. Like, this horse is going to be very close to winning this race. And at 3-1, you could easily back him each way. I don't think, I think Clanley Zobo and Bristol May are going to show up. So he probably won't he probably won't be cut in too much. So on the day, maybe, if he's still 3-1 or whatever, definitely throw him each way. If you places, you're going to lose a small bit, and if he wins, you're probably going to get a decent enough. Like, it's just basically a winner. Yeah, other than that, like I can't really make that big of a case for anyone else. Out of the top ones, other than Kemboy, the danger for me would be Bristol May or Clanley Zobo. Clanley Zobo still has a great chance. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, after Kemboy not really completing, Kemboy didn't really have a race at all in Cheltenham, and Clanley Zobo did, and so did Bristol May. Roads of Respect ran in the Ryanair, so I'm just like waiting patiently, might, because he didn't go. But yeah, for me it's Kemboy. I think he is a very, very good promising horse. Now we move on to the Betway hurdle. Look, it's jazz boys. I don't know. Like, how could you be confident here of what to pick? For me, I wouldn't run Faheen in this race. I wouldn't run Faheen. I definitely just please wait for Punchestown. I think he'll win in Punchestown. I think definitely, like him, or if Sam Spinner shows up again, it'll be a close race. But other than that, you'd be very, very sceptical about anything like, especially with Sam Spinner not coming in. coming over. Like what I have read, I think he's finished for the season, and definitely keep him for Punchestown. I think he'll win the 3 mile at Punchestown. Mellon, I mean, you really can't really trust Mellon anymore. Like, a great race in Cheltenham, but I couldn't trust him again. Apple's Jade, I would love to see her in Punchestown. I feel if she does run in this, Bouverdare is not a good price at 6 to 5. Benny de Jure now, look, I see she's 11 to 2 or so around here. Best price. She has a chance, but I don't think she's better than Bouverdare. I don't think she is better than Bouverdare, and I think if Bouverdare does show up, and if it is against Benny de Jure, definitely Bouverdare. But if it's Apple's Jade, I think Apple, like, obviously she didn't run a race. Bouverdare fell, so you can't really judge on how good they are. I think over the 2.5 mile though, Apple's Jade might be just a bit better. I think she might be a bit better. I know Bouverdare has won the race after winning the champion hurdle, but he hasn't ran against a horse of Apple's Jade's quality. And I just think maybe Cheltenham isn't her track. Maybe it isn't, but that makes the case for Aintree. Surely Aintree Aintree isn't as bad as Cheltenham in terms of the ground, like the slope and all that. And 6 to 5 for Bouverdare right now is not a price. I'd probably wait until he's declared and see what else is in the field. If the big boy Samcro shows up in this now, I don't know. No, I think hopefully Samcro goes to the 3 miler. It'd be absolutely amazing to see him come back. Look, honestly, I couldn't have Samcro a 2 miler. I really don't. Don't think he is a 2 miler. I mean, looking down the rest of it, like Brain Power and Verdana Blue, Super Sunday now at 16 to 1. Look, I didn't really take him at all. I've never really taken the Super Sunday, but he's probably a good each way bet if he does show up in the race, depending on what shows up at the top of the market. But yeah, for me, probably Bouverdare if Apple's Jade doesn't go. But if Apple's Jade goes, Apple's Jade for me all day. Yeah, but look, Bouverdare is a great animal, and I do hope he goes back and wins this race if Apple's Jade doesn't go. And I think Apple's Jade will probably, if she does go to Punchestown, fair enough. But Bouverdare, just without Apple's Jade, definitely Bouverdare for me. Yeah, that's really it for day 1. I don't really care too much about the Fox Hunters and whatever. So look, we'll go on to the second day now. This is is it the Friday? I think this is the Friday now. Start off with a handicap hurdle. Not really going to that. We go on to the novices hurdle anyway. This is over the 2 mile and a half of hurdle. Look, basically the equivalent of the Supreme. Boys, look, I'm looking at the horses here. Itchy Feet, top of the market. The big boy Fakir Duderies. Look, Fakir Duderies was very unlucky. Look back at the race again. Look, before they come into the straight, if anyone is doubting Fakir Duderies, just look at before they come into the straight. Look at him. He's gonna he absolutely got so close from where he was. Like, he ran a huge race from what happened to him. Like, he did get boxed, or like he missed a stride, or like fell, or like lost a stride or something. Like, kind of hard to explain, but something happened to him when he lost the momentum and all, and he still battled on well. Brewing Up a Storm could run a good race, but I don't think it's good enough. Like, it was well bet, but Champion was, yeah, it was nowhere to be seen there. Evidente there for Nicky Henderson in the betting. I don't see. I kind of lost a bit of faith in her now after that run. Like, I mean, Aramon as well is there, but I'd still rather Fakir Duderies. For me, Fakir Duderies is the horse in this race, and I just hope Fakir Duderies runs in this. I'll be back on Fakiris. Definitely. Fakir Duderies. If this lad runs in the race, I will definitely be backing him. I'm telling you now, if this lad runs, I would have a good bet on him, because I think he's a very good horse. I know Itchy Feet is a 5-year-old and all, and he's still young, he can still come on, but Fakir Duderies is getting the weight, and considering he did get the bump, we'll call it a bump, whatever, like he lost the strides. He was only beaten, he obviously was beaten a fair bit by Itchy Feet, but in the grand scheme of things, he would have got a lot closer to the race, not to the winner, because Classical Dream was amazing, but in terms of winning it, yeah, definitely. Move on to the 3 mile, 1 furlong, and they're on this time. The Novices Chase. This is, for me, probably the best one. I hope Le Bagua goes for this. Hope top of the game. I couldn't have lost in translation. He was beaten well. Like, definitely, so I had was just a lot better horse. If he was like a 5-1, how could you back him at 5-1? How could that stop? That's shite price. Other than that, like, lads, look, you're looking at a very, very poor enough renewal. Taking away the top two, it's very poor. Definitely, like, it's a huge race, and Le Bagua is a huge animal. I love her. She's a fucking machine. She's getting the weight off top of the game, which, you know, will come into her hand. I think she has beaten top of the game over a 3 mile at Kempton, if memory serves me right, and she has 1.5 lengths. You know, it was good to soft that day. I feel like she was getting £7 that day. I think Le Bagua is probably the value in this race. I think she is. A 5-2, like, back her each way. I know 5-2 isn't really an each way price, but back her each way, and she'll definitely be there. I know she would. For me, in Leopardstown, she was probably a bit lucky to win the race. I know you might think she was, like, looking at it now, but like that fucking Kaiser Black, I think he came out and won again, but I'm not. Don't hold me down to that. But he came out and ran a decent enough race, and he looked as if he was going to travel and beat her that day. I know I was on Le Bagua, and thank God she got up. But he definitely, top of the game, don't get me wrong, was an absolute machine in Cheltenham. But for me, Le Bagua is obviously the value here. With top of the game already I've ran in Cheltenham, Le Bagua was skipping it. I think Le Bagua was just going to really like this ground. And I could really consider backing her that day. Definitely, depending on how Fakir, Duderhees and Kemboy run in the first day. Go on then to the JLT chase. I don't know, and the Melling chase. I don't know how Little Lug is favoured over Surname, considering Surname is rated higher than Altior or whatever the crack is with that. Again, for me, I just cannot get back to this. Why on earth did they run Min against fucking Altior and not Footpad? I just cannot understand it. I can't understand why they'd stick with Min. And I think this is his trip. I think Min is an absolute animal of a horse. Min is an absolute brilliant horse. He's a brilliant horse. And if he hadn't have been around with Altior, he would have been like one of the best horses considered. And I think 5-1 is value here. Min, he was just touched off last year, I think, in this race as well against Little Lug. But I think Min is just a better horse. I think Min is a better horse. Surname obviously would be the price at 3-1. He is a good bet considering what he has done to the likes of waiting impatiently in I think it was Aintree the last day out, or Ascot. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking just with the A and the A. In Ascot. And I mean, how could you not like him? I know it was good to soften. It's probably going to be good in Aintree with the good weather we're having. And I just think, for me personally, it's going to be either Min or Surname. And I'd be definitely opposing Little Lug. Definitely opposing. He ran a great race against Altior, don't get me wrong. But just, for me, I know Harry Cobden is a good jockey and all, but I think I'd have Surname or Min definitely. I'd probably be backing Min each way. I wouldn't be too confident in it now. But Min each way is a definite chance. And yeah, looking at waiting patiently here is still close enough in the betting. So maybe he might go to this one instead of the other race we talked about. For me, it's Min or Surname. I'd probably side with Min at the prices. Then you go on to the I think it's the Grand National Trial. We're not going to look at that. Then we go on to this the novices hurdle. Over the 3 mile and half a furlong. Look, if Champ shows up on this, Champ could win this race. Bliznagar Oscar, I thought he was going to run better than what he did. Obviously, I was on Commander of Fleet. I am very unlucky, beaten by the better horse, let's be honest. And Dallas the picked on. Jeez, I backed this horse. I backed him for the fucking, can't remember the name, but when he ran in Cheltenham, and he just travelled and just didn't pick up. For me, I could see Dallas the picked on winning, but again, it's a very open race. It's a very open race, and I'd be staying away from it. And that's going to conclude the Friday. Right, look, we're going to have a run through the the Grand National anyway on the last day, on the Saturday, because yeah, I don't really have anything else. There's no real entries in for this. Look, we'll just run through the Grand National and follow the Twitter, I suppose. I'll put up the selections for the last day and whatever, my final selection really of Aintree. Yeah, just going through the first few days, and look, sure, that's it. The first 2 days, and we have the last day now, and it's the Grand National. Look, I don't give a fuck who wins this race. I want Tiger Roll. I don't care. I won't back him, but I really love to see him. I'd love to see him. I love this fucking horse. He's a fucking machine. Vinden is very good. I believe Willie Mullins kind of talked him up there recently, and he said Tiger Roll does have a lot to do, and he does have a lot to do. I know Bristol, they may coming out and all, his weight has gone up, but he's a different animal compared to last year. And again, he did travel very well last year, and he just, look, he got a bit tired at the end. You can forgive him, like, fuck's sake. Like, I think there's Jury Duty here at 20 to 1 or 16 to 1. I think Jury Duty could be an Irish one. I'd seriously consider him going for the Irish National instead. Maldini's a good chance as well at 20 to 1. Like, I think there's Rock the Kabash has a good chance. You know, it's a national, a 7 to 2 about, yeah, I think it is 7 to 2 about Tiger Roll is short. It is very, very short. But if, like, you still have one for Arthur who's already won it, up for review there, 25 to 2 them, joint 25 to 1. Look, boys, honestly, I don't really care about this race. I don't. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I know everyone wants to have a bet in it, but for me, I bet to win. I don't bet for the crack. Like, I think just going for the Irish Grand National just to have a look out. I really am strong and fancy on Pair of Brown Eyes for the Irish one. I see he's in here at 25s. Look, again, lads, anything can win this. Anything. The ground is going to be is probably going to be good. You never know what's going to come up here. And for me, I just want Tiger Roll to win. I don't care. I just want him to win. I'd love to see him win. 7 to 2 is no price for a Grand National. But look, he is a class horse. He's a class horse. But again, I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'd advise you not to back. I know everyone wants to back, and fair play, you have your right to back and all. But for me, I just don't. As a punting perspective, I hate this race. But as a spectacle, it's brilliant. I love it. But I know a lot of people, there's fucking animal rights and all this crack, but the horses are treated the way it is and all. They get the best, and the horses really do go on over the trip. It is a long test. It's a very long test, and for Tiger Roll, it is a long test after what he done in Cheltenham. He did bolt up. He did really bolt up, and he bolted up as well before the race before that. Fair play to Gordon Elliott now. He has campaigned him very well in terms of running him once or twice before and then giving him a good break, getting him back right for Cheltenham, and now on to Aintree. But look, in terms of the Grand National, for me, I won't be backing it, but I want Tiger Roll. I want them. I don't care if I don't have a winner and Tiger Roll wins in Aintree. I don't care. I'll be happy. Yeah, and that's really it now. We're going to have a look at the flat season as well, because that's coming up. Yeah, but that's really it for Aintree. Hopefully a few winners. Let me know, what do you think for the Grand National? Are you having a bet? What have you backed, or are you going to back them during the day? What else do you think on the other 2 days that I've previewed? Just follow the Twitter, I suppose, for the last day. I'll put up the day for the Thursday and the Friday as well on my Twitter, the ones that I am backing. I'll give you my selections. I know over Cheltenham I didn't back a lot of the selections that I put up. My main bet was Altior and Tiger Roll. I did put that up. I will definitely I'll put up my selections maybe, but I think just in terms of for ye, I think it's going to be just my selections, what I'm backing for Aintree and for so forth. Because look, and if you did follow the Twitter, look, we had a bit of a bad spelling in Cheltenham, but look, I was alright with the Tiger Roll and Altior, but it was a very hard Cheltenham this year. Hopefully this Aintree now we pick it back up and we kick on then into the Ferry House and Punchestown, and that's the jump season finish. Maybe there's a few races in France but I don't think a lot of you will follow that. Look, best of luck in Aintree. Come on, Tiger Roll. Fuck the rest of ye. Come on, Tiger Roll. Alright, thanks for watching, lads, and just like and subscribe. If you look, I know a lot of you don't really like it, like my opinion, because it's going to be different to your opinion. But look, it's horse racing. Everyone has their opinion. Hopefully, my opinion is right and your opinion is wrong if you're against me. If not, fair play to you if your opinion is right and I'm wrong. But look, that's the way it is, and we'll see you.